Hi, David.
How you doing?
Fine. Are you in your hotel?
What?
Are you in Germany in the hotel?
No, I'm over at working all week.
Oh, okay. I thought we was in Germany.
I am in Germany.
Oh, you are? Okay, good.
Munich, yeah.
Good. So, how's things over there? How's it going?
I'm all done.
Oh, you're all finished?
Yeah, I fly out at 5 in the morning.
Oh, okay. Well. Sorry, I was just trying to make the screen. Yeah, we just got a couple of statements and a couple of questions. The council, the city council, to our calculations, their 45-day trust line finishes tomorrow. I don't know if that means anything to you, and what do you think something will happen now, or what that means?
Well, they've committed fraud against you by stealing your child, called human trafficking, and I've been reading up on constitutional laws here in Europe. And the United States and Europe are working together to stop human trafficking from taking place due to the fiction laws that exist on the books. And that's one of the biggest problems with all the different governments in Europe, Africa, the United States, in Asia, is human trafficking. Hiring people, make them slaves across international borders. So taking your child without a cause of action or a contract is human trafficking by its first definition, because no crime has been committed.
Okay.
So they're using collusion against your employment to take your child, which is illegal. It's just an issue of competition between the doctors and MMS is all it is.
Okay, we are in Portugal right now, David.
Okay.
We've been to the media and all this. We've been on TV.
And we will be again next week on TV.
Good.
So on TV again. Yolanda is a bit frightened of returning to the UK. She believes that they will arrest us.
No.
Okay.
Because the Portuguese government will be, if they arrest you, they know that's retaliation for exposing human trafficking for the UK.
Okay.
The immigrations and customs at the airport could stop your wife from entering the country because she's on a passport. But the British government is a fiction entity, and the airport is UN territory under international law. Yeah. See, when you go into an airport, all airports in the world are under UN jurisdiction and UN military, even in the United States. That's what the TSA is. You know, so it's Transit Security Agency. That's put together by the UN.
Okay.
So the question is, once our 45 days is finished for the suit that we serve, that is on the 6th of June.
Well, their trust law, that's 45 days is trust law, and they've exhausted 2 trust laws now.
Yeah.
You get 3 strikes at the cat, but March, April, May, June, they're 90 days past their, and they're stealing your child. It's human trafficking. And you just keep beating that human trafficking ticket up with the British government, because they're doing it in the United States to anybody that sells MMS in the United States. They're taking their children away too. Every single case. I got 9 other cases running with MMS. Yes. The Canadians are also doing the same thing. So is the Australian and New Zealand and South African government.
So we've put our suit in. That's gone in, and the judges and the courts have received it. What you said about going for the UK government for trafficking? How do we do that further? To do more? Are you referring to the media?
Yeah, the fact is, it's your child. They took your child away. You're perfectly good people. You're able to travel across international borders. Yes. You're not sick. You don't have any contagious diseases. You're not violent people. There's no history of anything. They just simply went into the nursery and took your child.
Yes.
Now, if your child has a specific blood type, what they do with the children, you're not going to want to hear this, but
yeah, we know.
I prefer to know, please. I prefer to know.
Okay.
See, when a child is born between the ages of 1 and 10, they have a mineral or an enzyme in their blood, and a person after the age of puberty loses that.
I'm aware of that. Yes.
So what they use the baby's blood for is injecting into somebody 80 or 90 years old that's a billionaire, and they harvest the baby's blood as it grows, an ounce a month, but they have to have the same match DNA, like a 99% match in order for this thing to work. Now there's building blocks inside the baby's blood, and when they give it to a senior citizen, it reduces their aging. It makes them young again. I use an electronic Diacom machine to reprogram the DNA to talk to the chromosomes to have the same results using a radio frequency. But they're actually taking a baby's blood, which has these elements. Now, this element is 1/50 the size of a red cell. So it's really tiny, so it can pass through cells. But it rejuvenates an individual, and somebody 100 years old could look like you're 20 years old.
David, have you seen the film Jupiter Ascending?
Yes, that's exactly what they're doing there. That's why they made the movie.
Yes.
Because, I knew this technology back when I was 25 years old, 45 years ago. And when I brought it up to my doctor, he dropped me as a patient. Harvesting and taking children.
How can we facilitate them giving our baby back?
Do I go then to the airport in England? Or do they bring the baby here?
Well, they would send the baby to you because it's a DNA match, and it's all over the news already. They know the baby belongs to you, and the fact that they're trafficking it for no reason at all. They're discriminating against your employment. You're not poor. You're not living on dirt floors like half the third world, and you're capable of having the child. They're just trying to discourage anybody from not participating in their social security system and making an example. At the same time, you're making an example out of them for human trafficking. So it's technically a war that you're pushing here. I'm reading right now. I've been spending the last hour reading about labor laws and human trafficking of people across international borders and how labor disputes are settled. But it's all done with fiction on both sides. So it's, here in Germany, they don't have any laws. It's pretty bad. Because after World War II, the infrastructure was destroyed. And then they went to the 1947 United Nations Accord, the 1957 United Nations, 1959 United Nations Accord. So they're borrowing laws from all over the world to put together a structured environment here. Probably some of the simplest things are if you steal something, you get arrested. If you traffic laws, labor laws, everything goes to private contract is what they're doing. Contract law is the only law in the world. If your contract's a fraud, you have no laws. And you prosecute the fraudulent contract with the correct parse, syntax, grammar, like the lawsuit I gave you, and you have standing in all countries. You have standing with the United Nations under a genocide plea. I would send a copy of that lawsuit to The Hague because my name's on it. I'm a UN ambassador who wrote it. So therefore, you have standing to take it to The Hague and sue the British government for apartheid.
So we use the same suit?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
And who else can we send to? Because we have a couple of more copies, and we are thinking to who else to send.
Well, the
Secretary General.
The Hague. The Hague would be the place to take it.
Yes.
Okay, that's been sent.
Because you've already filed with the British government and the Portuguese government.
Not the Portuguese government, they won't accept the papers. No. But we've sent a copy to the Prime Minister. He's got it. He's received it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a start. Labor unions in Portugal. That's another one. To the the Human Rights Association in Portugal. You have a Human Rights Society. You can get most of the stuff off the internet, the addresses from them.
Yes, yes. Great. So just coming back to returning the baby, will they have to bring it to Portugal?
They'll probably take it to a airport, which is a UN international territory, and they would do an exchange at an airport.
Okay.
So they would expect us to be there. Would that be in Portugal?
No, even in England.
It didn't matter. As long as you're in the airport there, you don't leave the airport. Your passport puts you in a neutral territory. And they can give the baby back to you in that territory. You sign off and go back to Portugal or the United States, wherever, as a political agenda. Because of what they've done, you can sue for political asylum. To get out of the British.
Political asylum. Okay.
So if I put my feet outside the airport, they might kidnap us to give us a lesson.
Once you leave the airport, then they could take you into custody, yes.
Yeah.
As long as you're at the airport, the TF, the security, just like I'm in Germany here and I got airport security to deal with. You have airport police. In New York City, you have 100,000 transit police officers just to handle the subway system and the buses. 100,000 boys just for that one job.
Wow.
But David, I have seen how corrupt they are, so I don't have the courage to go myself to the airport in London, in England, because I don't know, I think they will just push me out and they will just get me, so I will not go myself there. I will send my parents or a friend, because I have seen how disgusting they are. Yeah.
But I'll be home tomorrow afternoon about 2 o'clock or so in Milwaukee again. Because I leave here at 7, but I fly with time. It's a 9-hour flight, but I pick up 7-hour time zones. So...
Do you get jet lag?
No, I don't. I've been flying for 26 years, back and forth all the time, all over the world. Sometimes it takes 34 hours to fly 12 time zones.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh.
So
like when I fly from Milwaukee to Perth, Australia.
Yeah,
I've done that a couple of times. That's a 34-hour airplane ride.
Not continuous though, is it? 2 journeys?
No, it's like there's 4 different transfers involved.
4? Wow.
David, can I have hope in that before the 6th of June my baby is with me, because it's the 45 days?
I can't answer what they're going to do. The only thing I will promise you that I will not forsake you, and I will continue to work for you and make whatever you need available to you.
Thank you.
Okay.
So
he can't predict what they're going to do.
I have international clout. So, and it's getting bigger all the time.
Okay.
So it's, I get elected president of the United States. I just simply say, England, you've been cut off until the baby goes home.
Yeah.
Will they make you a postmaster? Is that what you...
I am a postmaster.
No, sorry, the Postmaster General of the US. Will they make you into that?
No, Russell's got that title.
Has he? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, we both have contracts with the government already. That's why we bounce around all over the place.
Yes.
When I came through customs here in Germany, they pulled me off to the side, and they're going like, "What is all this stuff?" It's easy. I said, "Well, you got a couple hours to read it." I said, "No." He says, "But it doesn't say any alerts here. It just says you're a real important person with a lot of credentials. So we'll just let you go through."
Yeah, in your videos online, you always prepare them, don't you, before your visit?
Well, yeah, my stories are all over the world. All my travel stories, and like mailing Russell to Paris and back to the United States without a passport or a driver's license or any kind of ID. Well, he's the only person in 106 years to ever be mailed anywhere registered mail. Every post office in the world knew that happened.
What, are you serious? You mean he was physically posted?
Yeah, I went and I had him weighed, and I put a registered mail sticker on his chest with a flag and a metered stamp, and I freighted him as the postmaster. And signed his bills of lading, and I put him on the plane, and I took him all the way to France and back to Philadelphia.
That's funny.
About 6 months later, another guy tried to do that. He got 8 years in prison.
Yeah.
He had his bills of lading and fiction. That's why they weren't quantumized.
Santiago doesn't have a passport. Do you want to ask him?
Oh yeah. We don't have a passport for Santiago yet.
You what?
We don't have a passport for Santiago yet.
Claim of the live life.
So we have it. So that's it.
We should do it. Yeah, we got to do it.
Yeah, you can take that right off my internet site.
Yeah, we've got one for him. We've got 3 or 4 copies of it.
Okay, that's all you need.
Okay, so we just got to do it. So we can make a claim for him here in Portugal.
What's that?
We can make a claim for him here in Portugal.
Yes. You can make a claim in Portugal as a Portuguese citizen, filing that with the post office.
Does it need
for
to be
a passport? Get a passport for your baby, and then you can claim that it was kidnapped by the British, and you have the passport for the baby, and you have the blood type to verify it.
Yeah.
And then they got to backpedal on that. So.
Okay.
So that needs to be done as soon as. So what about, because I'm not in England, I have to do it when I go back to England, won't I?
Yeah, but that's after.
Yes.
You can do it in England too. She's allowed two jurisdictions.
Yeah.
Because she was born in England, but her mother is Portuguese, so therefore she can have a Portuguese passport as well.
Yep.
But are they going to stop the baby to travel without a passport? Or just with the Live Life claim is enough?
Yeah, you're going to have to discuss with your passport agents.
Okay.
Because if they hand the baby over to us in an airport and he hasn't got a passport, then he can't go anywhere.
I don't know.
Yeah, we have to find out, don't we? We have to work.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, you're going to have to check with the passport people.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yep. I've just... Where's the suit, babe? Where's the suit? Where's the copy
There's
of
a
our
copy
suit?
in here.
David, our suit, if here, it just says Portsmouth Court. Family Court at Portsmouth, syntax, grammar, styles, verb, fraud. And then it says Vasilis. Was I supposed to put the address of the court in there?
Yes.
Damn. Is that...
You got to have a contact location.
Oh, no.
That's fine, we'll do it again.
Can you see? That's...
I can see.
Is that going to be a problem?
Family court. Well, you did put in the Portsmouth, and there's only one place like that in Europe.
Yeah, was I supposed to put the rest of the address there?
Yeah, you should have it there, yes.
Okay.
Is that a mistake that we need to sort out? Do we need to serve them again?
Just write it in point pen.
Okay. So
okay, we have another copy.
So we've sent this copy to the judges in the courthouse. Should we send them another one with the address on it?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that today then.
Okay.
That was a mistake of mine. Shit.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
You can always call me to look over your paperwork before you do something, and I'll verify if it's okay.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
That's not a problem.
So you know what to write now?
Yeah, so we can put the address, the court in. So the address, does it go in before Vasily's?
No, you just write it on there.
In the space here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fine.
So it's a location.
They know what it goes to.
Okay. Okay.
We use tildes as well.
Well, tildes means location,
Yes.
not a mathematical number.
That's what I thought. So. Yeah. Great. Okay. So we can.
More and more areas of the world are following suit with correct political. Like when in 2000, when the Sydney Olympics, all 1,000 athletes had their name written like I do, full colon first name hyphen middle name, full colon last name. All the news announcers had their names punctuated on TV. Time, addresses were all done with tildes. Everything was done according to our syntax. So it was a worldwide treaty that was established in the year 2000. After I published what was correct, and they knew it was correct. That's why all the countries participated through the Olympics with it.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
You can go back and look at the old footage from it on the TV station, on the internet. You'll see that everybody had their names punctuated.
Is there anything further we can do, as in we're publicising, we're all over Facebook, we're on the media, news, TV, papers?
Well, that's good. It just causes them embarrassment, that's all.
Yes.
You're a damaged party. Martin Luther King, he did the same thing with the civil rights movement in the United States with 38 million blacks. And the Congress, the Senate, legislature still said, in the Supreme Court all said no. You know what changed their minds? He said, we're going to start 38 million fires simultaneously and burn America to the ground if you don't give us our independence. They passed the bill.
Yes.
Unfortunately, people, they are not like that. Only the gypsies, they get together.
So how was did you go into court while you was in Germany?
No.
No. Oh, okay. I was just.
But they came and met with me instead, and they got very excited.
Is there any way that I could bring this to the court in Portugal and have you in here to accelerate the process? Can I do anything at all?
I could probably testify by Skype like this.
Okay.
My picture's known all over the world. I mean, I'm a worldwide celebrity.
Yeah.
So, they know who I am. They know what I say. It's all on the videotapes. So if you had a judge there and I'm talking to the judge on Skype, he knows exactly who he's talking to.
Yeah.
I think you said, could you get it running this case? Well, I don't want to say our case. Get it moved to the Portugal. But we're not.
If the British want to give it up,
yeah. That's the thing.
Good luck on that one.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You can also apply it in the Netherlands. But, they do genocide cases. And right now there's about a 16-year wait just to hear your case. So.
Yeah, right. No.
I always get service when I walk in the door. I have no downtime with the Hague.
So
because I'm the only correct person on the planet.
Can we bring you over then?
I should say.
Can we meet you at The Hague, David?
I would probably go there and talk to them first and see what they want to do.
Yeah. Right.
Is there any country now that is England has the enemy? Is any country that is really fighting against England?
South Africa, Zulu.
Okay.
The Indians don't like them in India.
Okay.
Hong Kong doesn't like them for 200 years of opium and heroin.
Yeah.
The U.S., you know, we might be cousins in one retrospect, but then the court system everybody hates is British, both in New Zealand, Australia, South Africa, and the U.S.
Okay.
And they don't use the British program here in Germany. But I'm changing things, so.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Well, thank you very much, David.
Thank you.
Probably get made director of the United Nations, and then I'll have a voice to fix everything.
Yes. Yeah. Well, let's hope you get into that. Get there. Are you applying for that?
Well, I'm qualified. So.
Well, maybe somebody who's listening into our call will point you to the direction.
I ain't worried about it.
Okay.
All right.
Don't take more of his time.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, David, for your time.
Have a good day. I'll be back in Milwaukee tomorrow, about 12 hours.
Okay.
Great.
Have a good travel.
Have a good travel.
All right.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.